Has running your business left you feeling exhausted, unmotivated, and completely disconnected from your why? If you're nodding your head, you might be experiencing burnout. And if you are, we have an amazing resource for you. Burned: How Business Owners Can Overcome Burnout and Fuel Success is your guide to regaining control and reigniting your passion. Our friend and fellow business owner Julie B. wrote this book after her own epic burnout. Burn bright, not out, because your business and your well-being deserve it. Grab your copy of Burn today at the link in our show notes and fuel your success.
All right, so we went to a place and we did a thing, and it turned out to be pretty awesome. We got to meet incredible business owners and hear their stories and their savvy business advice. And we hope that you all tune in.
Yes. So we were in sunny Arizona in the end of April, and we had a blast. When you talk about pivoting, this is the epitome of pivoting.
This is a true lesson on how you overcome when you have all kinds of things going against you, but you are firm in your conviction that what you are set out to do and your mission, in our case, the mission of building a community and creating a platform so that business owners have a voice and have a place to grow into their greatness. That's exactly what this episode is all about.
And for this to be our first live podcast, I think we hit it on the nail with the business owners you mentioned. They are women from different backgrounds, different industries, and shared their story with us.
And y'all, we keep it raw, real, and unfiltered.
Building a business can feel like a roller coaster.
Financial headaches, hiring drama, and marketing overwhelm are just a few things that make for a bumpy experience. But with the right people sitting next to you, you might actually enjoy the ride.
That's why we started Breaking Even Better, to demystify entrepreneurship so we can make the ups and downs a hell of a lot more fun.
Each week, we'll bring you the raw, real, and unfiltered insights from our own experiences and expertise. If you're ready for no BS, honest stories, and a lot of laughter, then buckle in and listen up.
And let's ride this roller coaster together.
Welcome to the Breaking Even Better podcast, the podcast where we keep it real, raw, and ridiculously honest about how to thrive and survive in business. I'm Brenda Harris. I am your HR plug. I'm the one who makes sure you have the right hiring with the best connections.
Woo, yay.
And I'm Carolina Aponte, fractional CFO, founder of Caja Holdings, and the go-to person when you have numbers issues.
And my name is Trish Seaman, and we definitely did bring the raw, real, unfiltered, and slightly logistical nightmare today. But we are all enjoying ourselves in beautiful, sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm a marketing consultant, and we're going to get you kickstarted today. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah. So as some of you know, we had to pivot a little bit today, but that's what we do as business owners, right? Keeping it real, we have to pivot. We and women do it best. No, today we're going to flip the mic on you guys.
We're going to put ourselves in the hot fit first.
That's right.
Okay, and then be ready because the mic is going to be passed on to you.
We're hoping that you're as honest with us as we're about to be with you. All right, Joe?
First one in the hot seat, Miss Tripp.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
I want you to tell us a connection that changed your life.
Of course, we all meet people on our paths along the way, but I think the connections that had some of the most impact in my life, especially recently, are actually shared a couch with me today. So I love you guys so much. It's been such an amazing journey. Doing Breaking Even Better started with dinners with our friend Nicole, and the four of us would get together, and that connection has not only helped us elevate, start a new business, but it also impacted me personally. So I know we got to keep them brief, so I'm going to keep brief.
I'll wipe my tears later. Okay. All right, let's go with the next one. And a yes that opened a big door for you.
The Goldman Sachs 10KSB program. Has anybody ever heard of it? Back in 2018, you had to apply, you had to go through the whole process. And I got into the program and I got to meet lots of other business owners. And I know both of you graduated from it as well. So yeah, that was it was kind of nerve wracking. I wasn't sure if they were going to accept me, but they did. So I was very, very happy. If you guys haven't done it, I would recommend you look into it too. Great for small business owners.
Absolutely. All right, next one. One lesson about leadership you wish more women knew.
That a rising tide lifts all ships. That leadership doesn't happen in a vacuum. That we as powerful humans are curating additional powerful humans. Maybe some of the people in your space are going to be leaders too one day. Or maybe you're just teasing out a skill that they have or a skill that they didn't know that they had. That's what leadership means to me, is that not just walking around being a bossy boss. I'm bossing around telling you what to do. It's much more than delegating. It's about curating.
Beautiful. All right, next one and last one. Finish the sentence. Yeah. The world needs more women who?
The world needs more women, period. Just saying that. But the truth is, I think we need women who lift up other women, kind of like the vibe that we've got going on here, and who are trailblazers for other leaders, and who come to the table authentically. That's what I think.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Are we getting our thoughts together? Because these are going to be your questions, ladies. So here we go. Now it's your turn, Miss Freda. Let's go, Miss Brenda. A connection that changed your life.
So yeah, I think I'm going to piggyback off of Trish, but widen it a little bit. I was a part of an organization before where I met many of the ladies in here. And it just created partnerships and friendships that I don't want to ever lose.
All right. A yes that opened a big door for you.
I was in the Global Ambassadors Program. I'm thinking 2017 too. And what happens is they take you and put you in a hotel for a week, and you have to break down your business and build it back up. And then you have to present to a room full of decision makers. And so when I finished presenting, the lady stood up and was like, "Who's in the room?" And I'm like, "You?" And she said it again. And I'm like, "Us?" And she said it again. And she said, "You just earned yourself 60 hospitals." So if you don't know, I have a healthcare staffing agency. So that's important to me. But that was a life changer. And when I type her, that's a girl, right? 60 hospitals.
One presentation.
Love that. And I let that be. Ugly cry. It wasn't the doctor. Oh, bear. No, boy, that was it.
Amazing. All right. Next one. One lesson about leadership you wish more women knew.
That you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You come in, do the best you can, and have grace on yourself. I know we tend to be harder on ourselves than anybody else, so you don't have to be perfect. It's never going to be a perfect time, perfect this, perfect that. Just come and show up.
Beautiful. All right. Finish the sentence. The world needs more women who?
The world needs more women who show up unapologetically.
That is.
They are here, ladies. Thank you,
Carolina. No, it doesn't scare you, but we are going to turn this right on you too. So,
okay.
How a connection that changed your life?
A mentor from SCORE who told me that my story was not my liability, but it was my bridge. And it completely changed how I presented myself in the business world and how I built connections.
Well, I love that.
Nice.
I love that. Okay, so yes, that opened a big door for you.
Whew. Saying yes to public speaking. I was terrified to do it, and yet I did it anyways. It opened doors that I never even imagined existed. And one of the most important ones that it's just opened up is becoming a TEDx speaker.
Yeah.
With the Sugar Creek women in Charlotte, and I am beyond grateful for that opportunity.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait for it, actually. I think it's going to be great. So what's a leadership lesson that you wish more of us ladies knew about?
Yeah. You don't have to do it alone.
You're right.
You can start building your teams one person at a time and feel okay relying on those who support you and who want you to win.
Right.
I love that. Okay, so finish this sentence. The world needs more women who?
Show up unapologetically whether you're ready or not.
I love that. I love that.
I like that.
That's righty. So it's y'all's turn. What?
All right, Miss Angela, come to the hot seat.
That's right.
Okay, Angela, a connection that changed your life.
A connection that changed my life was Jackie Wazalik. So she was the first person that I met when I came into Navo. But she is still to this day one of my very best friends, confidant, mentor. We take it to the mountain. We hike almost every other month. We take it to the mountain, leave it on the mountain.
That's right.
Yeah, we just live life together.
That's good. A yes that opened a big door for you.
Saying yes to me.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah, I think for a very long time, I put other people ahead of me. And so by prioritizing myself and saying yes to me, it changed my life tremendous.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. One lesson about leadership you wish more women knew.
That leadership is not about me or you as the leader. It's about the people that you serve. And the more we're able to actually help other people see themselves, the better off we are collectively, because it gives people the ability to show up authentically who they are. And I believe that's what leadership is all about.
Yes, it is. Beautiful. Thank you. All right, last one. Finish the sentence. The world needs more women who
Bridge. I think in a world where we're so divided right now, we need women who are intentionally reaching across the aisles, reaching across the couches, and just pulling other women's heads that are different, that, bring different talents, behaviors, etc., and just accepting us who we are authentically and just giving us space for each other.
Yes. Yeah, fantastic.
Wait, come on. We need everybody to know, who is Angela? What do you do? And how can people reach out to you?
Well, I'm Angela Garman, founder and CEO for ARG Coaching and Consulting Group, where we help people conquer change and cultivate results. You can find me at angelargarvin.com.
Okay. Next, we're going to call on a dear friend that's in the room, that's been in many rooms with me doing something very challenging for us, and that will be Miss Corey.
My name is Corey Hurley. I am a social media strategist helping brands, entrepreneurs create a social media presence that seals the deal. And I have been in social media for over 8 decades. And I love working with business owners who have a team so that they have the headspace to really work with me and strategize to create that content that builds a solid presence. So
awesome. All right, so let's get started. A connection that changed your life.
it has to be Karen Truitt. I have known her for over 10 years. I met her when I was 18, and she created this art gallery involving wings and flight, and I was one of her first models. And ever since then, she has taken me along every journey. She's creative and connected, and she is my number one cheerleader.
Next one, a yes that opened a big door for you.
So I was in my early 20s, which feel like I was such a baby then, but at the time, of course, I didn't think I was. I received a text message saying, "Hey, are you available at 7:30 at this location?" And I said, "Sure, yes." I pulled up to an abandoned bus station in Charlotte, and it was a warehouse, but it was a gallery of artists. And they needed me to model. So they took some pictures, handed me a 20. Now my face is on a giant wall in Denver, Colorado. So it's a constant reminder that I am not small. I can be as big as I want to be, and just go for it.
Yes. All right. One lesson about leadership you wish more women knew.
You don't have to have it all figured out, but the courage to take that chance to figure it out.
That's right. Beautiful. All right.
That's good.
All right. Finish the sentence. The world needs more women who?
Don't apologize. We all look very sorry, but what are we sorry for?
All right. Next up, we are going to call our next Iman.
Yes.
We're going to bring you to the hot seat.
Here, so I'm going to hand this to you. Same deal applies. So please tell us your name, what it is you do, and what a great client for you would be.
So I am Iman Clark. I am the founder and CEO of Prickly Pear Health. And at Prickly Pear Health, we're actually building technologies that are transformative for women's brain health to be able to live a joyful life, and that your life does not end in midlife. We actually went live on the App Store 2 days ago. So if you have an iPhone, feel free to download it. And it will actually help you to be able to voice journal your thoughts in the morning, start your day with intentionality. It gives you a to-do list. It's not for work. It's for self-care for you, from exercise, social activity, what to eat, etc. You come back at the end of the day, you reflect on it, and it's able to tell you what to do more of the next day.
Okay, so I had to start with questions for you, okay?
Please.
So tell me right off the bat, what was a connection that changed your life?
Getting to know somebody who is like very famous, the CEO of the company Audemars Piguet, the luxury watch. And actually how I met her, it was completely spontaneous. Like she started asking me, what do I do? And I got super passionate about it. And then I said, what do you do? And she was like somebody who's super famous that allowed me to meet in person, like Serena Williams, Simone Biles, and with people that I never thought. And I think that was because I was authentic. I was not trying to impress her. I was being me at that time. Worked.
Yeah, this is a valuable lesson in being you and not trying to be some shadow version of yourself, but showing up as who you are. So thank you. Sure, that's. So tell us, what was a yes said over your board? Because it sounds like it's similar one, but maybe you got another one too.
I think for the yes was moving to Phoenix. I moved here a year ago and I was told that it's a program for 8 months. And I was given an apartment, furnished apartment for free, a vehicle, a venture budget building to come here for a training. And then I said yes. I'm my husband and dog and everybody from LA, California. And I'm still here. And I think it changed my life because building a health tech, a brain health business for women here with all of you, I think been transformative to my life.
Beautiful. What is something that women get wrong about leadership? Like, what is something that her leadership?
I think they try to fit in all the time while you could actually fit out. You could create a category. You could be so bold that people will remember you for being different. I think something for me, my accent, my hair, how I talk, how I carry myself. I don't try to be like any one of you because each one of you is so unique. And I think you'll remember me as the girl with an accent and you will always wonder where I'm from. And I think that's been helpful for me to embrace how different I am. That allows people to remember me.
I love it. Okay, so now the final question. The world needs more women who
invest in other women.
You've got a lot of brain power there. Right. People with accents, typically do really well. If I say so myself.
Okay, so now we're going to turn it over to you. I know that each one of you have an individual story to share, and I'm sure you have answers to these questions. So are any of you, I'm sure all of you are, brave enough to join us and answer these questions? Go.
My name is Tish Times. I own Tish Times Sales Agency. We help specifically women who have small or large businesses to sell more effectively, to find your ideal clients, to close faster, and to make more money in their business.
All right. So we're going to get into these questions. A connection that changed your life.
Actually, it was a business coach, my very first business coach, who helped me close my very first six-figure client when I was charging $30,000 for the year for clients and just didn't understand my worth. She unlocked something in me that changed the way that I saw myself, and I've never gone back.
I know that's right. I love her. A yes that opened a big door for you.
Probably different than a lot of y'all. I also am a pastor. So the yes that changed my life was saying yes to Jesus. And it's changed, of course, it's caused me to have confidence, to know who I am, and to be bold enough to ask for what I want.
That's right. I love that. One lesson about leadership you wish more women knew.
That they need to use their voice and not be afraid to ask for what they want, and to believe that people will hear them if they will ask for what they want.
Those mouths don't get fed. All right, the last one. Finish this sentence. The world needs more women who
know that their mouth is an ATM. If you will open your mouth, you can make more money. And I believe that the things will change when women begin to use their voice.
My name is Dr. Valerie Steele. I'm an intentional parenting coach. So I help mothers who are feeling frustrated, disconnected, and overwhelmed in parenting, and teach them strategies to help them feel more connected, calm, and clear with the direction they want to take their family. and my business is called Why Not Now Coaching.
So a connection that changed your life.
I was in a mommy group when my children were babies, and a fellow mom recommended a podcast to me that I started listening to and ultimately went to conferences for. And coming home from one of those conferences, I started my business on the plane. You never know when something somebody says or something you say to someone else is going to change everything.
Listen, we have something in common. I started mine on a plane too.
I mean, you sit there for a few hours, you prepare some ideas, and they come out. So, yeah, good. All right, next one. I guess that opened a big door for you.
I said yes to leaving an unhealthy narcissistic relationship with my mother.
That was
Mother one's a big one. Yeah, I did you for sharing that. Appreciate vulnerability.
that is, yeah. All right, one lesson about leadership you wish more women knew.
It's not supposed to be easy. I hate that a lot of us lament, and why is it so hard? Same with parenting. Is it so hard? Why is it? No, it's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would do this.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. All right, finish the sentence. The world needs more women who
Forgive themselves.
Yes. So my name's Carolina Ferrer. I'm a licensed clinical social worker in the Fort Myers, Florida area. I am from Colombia. You could understand the accent that comes out when I speak. I am really looking to heal other people mentally, physically, spiritually, and build community. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so here come the rapid fire questions. And I think this is going to be teed up perfect for you, especially for what you just said. Tell us about a connection, one that changed your life.
So I met Carolina last year during the No, and part of I'm a clinician at heart. Have been doing this work for 20 years. I was sitting there thinking, who is that? And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go from a year ago. How my life has changed. And I said, I don't know how to do the business piece. I need to work on that. That is like my weakness, because we all want to work on our strengths. It's so much easier to work on our strengths. But the weakness part is where you're vulnerable and you gotta be like, I need help. I don't like to ask for help. I like to give help. I like to be that person. So last year I met you and I was like crying, boohoo. I don't know. We had a moment of connection, all of the things. And you have helped me build Carolina's Compassionate Counseling. And also I have Carolina's Compassionate Nonprofit to be able to scale it, to be able to understand numbers, to be able to, and I would not be who I am today, truly, if it wasn't from this impact. And I truly believe in relationships, and you have made a difference for me. And now we're not just her, she brought all these amazing people. So I
Along with a posse.
So yeah, so thank you for you, and thank you for all of your people that are not my people, and that bring more people in.
Yeah, thank you. All right, I'm not crying. You're crying.
Okay, so give us your yes. What was it? Something that you said yes to?
Probably asking for what I'm worth, versus the syndrome of, the imposter syndrome of thinking I just need to settle. I worked in an industry always with big organizations doing mental health, being their key player. And I never believed that I could do it on my own. There was the imposter syndrome of like, I'm cheering you on. I got you. You got what you need. But then to say yes, like, what about, can Carolina do her own thing? I never visualized myself as that. So I really think stepping into one person that called me and said during COVID, she said, I have so many clients. Can you help me out? And mind you, I was like with a 2-year-old and trying to figure out life. And I was like, yeah, of course. So I had yes. And that really launched me having a private practice, right? The vision of peace in your mind, balance in your body, healing in your spirit.
Beautiful. Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what you think then about leadership that more women should know.
I guess coming from a Hispanic culture where growing up, we are conformed to settle, to be either the wife of, or, the mother of, or there's so much identity attached to the roles that we play. And I think in leadership, it is so okay to say I'm a woman and I am the CEO and I am the founder, and I am not with ego, not because I have all of this, but because I can make the world a better place for you, and not just for me, but also for the next generation, my daughter that's 7. So I truly believe that leadership is, what have I gotten, right? Like my mom that's in heaven, she left me an imprint, right? And her legacy doesn't die because she passed. That means I take on the baton, and now my 7-year-old hopefully will get
further along than I have ever have in leadership. And that could be at anything. You're a housewife, if you cook, clean, whatever it is, or you're a badass CEO and make a lot of money. Be you. Just be the rawness of womanhood that you want to be. So not because somebody tells you that you are supposed to be that. That's right.
Finish the sentence. The world needs more women who
Believe they can.
I love that.
I love that. Believe they can.
I am Wonder Wendy. Wonder Wendy. It was a nickname my husband gave me, and at first it was a tribute to Wonder Woman, and then I realized, no, I am not another Wonder Woman. I am Wonder Wendy. And I want everyone to lean into their wonder. So I have a podcast called The Imperfect Prophet, and I talk about living your best life and with a life full of wonder or the wonderful. That's me in a nutshell, but there's a lot of other chapters behind that. Not one simple chapter. I am multiple chapters.
Yes, we all are. Yeah, thank you. So I'm going to be the one asking you the questions today. A connection that changed your life.
The first one, I was in my 20s, and I was a young lieutenant's wife, an Army wife, and very much not sure what my life should be. And this woman was a major's wife. And she taught me the power of passion and connection and making things happen. And I've never let go of that. God bless her heart. She passed her breast cancer. And at Walter Reed, the breast cancer center is named after her now. So that tells you the power of this woman. Yes, Lydia, you changed my life forever.
Amazing.
A yes, that opened a big door for you.
I heard somebody talking about having a podcast, and I realized that was my calling. That was what I need to do. And I still don't know why that calling, like God comes to you and says, yeah, you're doing that. And then you do it and say, okay, God, hello, open the door. And you answer the call. Yeah. Please put the basket at the door so I know what I'm doing.
It's definitely life-changing. Yes, it is. All right. A lesson about leadership you wish more women knew.
You are unstoppable. We are waiting for the something, waiting for enough money, waiting for enough time, waiting for enough education, waiting for enough power. You already got it. It's already there. You already have that power. Unleash that.
Yeah, we're race. I love it. Yeah, we are raw, real, and unfiltered. So I wasn't sure. There's that
step that you put out when you release a podcast. Then we say the F-bombs. Then we discuss dildos. I just added out to.
We can put that out.
So that's important too. But there I have the conversation.
The last one, finish the sentence. The world needs more women who
say yes. Just say yes. Because the men do it all the time. They go, yeah, I want to be a, and they go and do it. And if we again say, I'm waiting for enough education, I'm waiting for enough money, I'm waiting for enough time, just do it. Yes, you may be like me, who occasionally I have done things like I tried to move the desk from downstairs to upstairs. I got stuck on the stairs, and I had to call a neighbor and say, I need your husband who's tall enough to lift with the desk and get it unstuck from the stairs. But you know what? My desk ended up upstairs where I wanted.
Listen, nothing wrong with delegating. And maybe you just needed more women.
That's great. I love that one. Wonder Wendy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wendy.
So many of you saying yeah.
I love it. I love all the yeses. I don't want you sitting here. No, I'm scared. None of that. I love to do this. Okay. I am Grace Lager, PhD, founder of the Speaker Spark. I transform women into confident and authentic speakers so they can go into any room or onto any stage, raise their voice, and create the impact that they want to create. You can find me at thespeakerspark.com.
That you're in the right room. Awesome. Well, Grace, let's start with the first question, which is a connection that changed your life.
I really want to give a shout out to a local networking group that I feel like it's very much like No, but it's more on the local level. Joining that group has been life-changing. It's opened the door for me to so many collaborations, to support from other women who really get it, and women who are about collaboration over competition, and some besties.
Awesome. All right. A yes that opened a big door for you.
Somebody else said this earlier, but was saying yes to myself and to starting business. Percolating on it for a very long time. Also been in academia
teaching for over 20 years.
So just really saying yes to my own, feeling that confidence and saying, yes, I'm going to do this.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. One lesson about leadership you wish more women knew.
You're ready right now. Are ready to be the leader that you want to be and the leader that you don't see, but you know that world needs.
Beautiful. That is beautiful. All right. Finish the sentence. The world needs more women who?
Raise your voice. You need to speak up. You need to be in those rooms. You need to be on those stages. You need to be on the podcast. So before we get into the questions, yes, it is for clear space. So just for food for thought, just because of something. So when we came up with the podcast idea, Nicole was sitting with us when we did it. And she was in the process of doing something a little bit different with her business. And we made the collective decision that she would always be with us in heart, but that when we started that she needed to be focused on her business. But what I would love for her to do is tell us what you do, who you are, why we love you. We want to kiss your face.
Not enough people sharing you really know the magic that is you.
So I run an all-female financial wealth practice called Solaris Strategic Wealth. And I focus on first-generation millionaires and making sure that they understand how to use money, enjoy that money today while they're still financially saving for their fiscal future and making them feel fulfilled in how they live their lives today and how they use money.
When you say first-generation millionaires, what do you mean?
I mean people who are aspiring to be millionaires, who already are millionaires. If you strategically save enough and you have a successful business, you are on the path to be a future generational millionaire. And so I help you understand how to do that, how to plan for that. But again, my focus is really very different than many other advisors. I really want you to enjoy some of that money now. That is so life-changing in order to enjoy life. We work so hard as women business owners. And so I want you to know that you can go do the things that you want to do and live that life.
All right, a connection that changed your life.
A connection that changed my life would be my business partner. Yes. My ex-business partner, I should say. It's what I'm going to be speaking about. It's my passion. I lost my business partner suddenly 2 years ago to a heart attack. And I had to execute on our succession plan, but I would not be the first generation millionaire that I am today without her and her guidance in becoming a financial advisor. It was her that saw that in me. I was in commercial banking for 15 years, and she said, when you're ready, I want you to come work for me. And it had not been for her, I would not be doing what I find the most passion in today. I will do this the rest of my lifetime.
Awesome. Girl, you just sent chills down my spine.
Yes.
A yes that opened a big door for you.
A yes that opened a big door was the yes to Debbie. To say, if we're going to do this, I told her, I said, let's fucking meet some clients. How do I know I want to do this? If I don't, I had worked with her doing small projects. We hire moms that want to get back into the world after they've been home with their children. So we like to encourage them to come back into the professional world. And man, moms are some kick-ass project managers.
Yeah.
Multitaskers, you name it. Like they just take it home and you just give them a task and we know we can get it done. So I would say the yes for me was saying yes to Debbie and believing that this is truly what I was meant to do.
One lesson about leadership you wish more women knew.
It's so lonely. So you need to find your tribe.
You do.
You do.
You do.
And because they'll build you up, they'll lift you up, they'll take you through those dark moments. But there's also so much joy in it too.
So true, so true. Finish the sentence. The world needs more women who
provide financial advice. I am such an advocate of women in financial advice. Like I've gotten 2 women a license in the last year. I'm all about advocating, having partnerships and getting women more involved in this industry.
Woo, thank you. All right. Well, there were some tears there.
I know.
I'm going to collect myself. If any of this is resonating with you, please follow, subscribe, submit your questions because we will make it happen and bring it to a podcast in the future. So please, let's connect. This is what this is all about. It's not just having this one time situation, but let's carry on that communication and let's build each other up.
That's right. We talk about cash flow management. We talk about how to market your business. We talk about HR trials and tribulations and the mistakes we made hiring fools. Just know that the podcast is designed to be educational, but also much like what Nicole talked about a moment ago, saying that it can be very lonely. We're there. We've been alone too. And it's why we started this. So just know that if you have anything that comes up, any questions, or if you're just like, girls, I'm on the struggle bus, help us out, reach out, because we're there too.
I just want to say thank y'all for coming and supporting us today, making sure this flowed really nicely. All you guys participated very well. I appreciate it. Subscribe, DM us, the questions, all the things, you know. But at the end of the day, we always gonna what? Keep breaking even better. Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to the Breaking Even Better podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, please take a minute to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content. To connect with our podcast or any of us individually, make sure you head to the show notes for all the links you need. See you in the next episode.